Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be a bit more different. Once upon a time, a year ago, I wrote myself a letter and I put it into my bag, into a zipped pocket inside. 1 year ago, I wrote myself a letter, and I wrote this letter because I was not in a healthy state and I wanted out, but I didn't know how to manifest it into existence, and I didn't know that I wanted out at the moment. 1 year from now ago, I was in a toxic relationship with a short king. Yeah, with a short king. He was really avoidant and non-caring. He wouldn't really listen to what I liked, what I disliked. And just for instance, on my birthday, he would write to me, "Oh, where do you want to go for your birthday?" And he offered me a lot of places, and then he was like, "Do you want to go eat, all you can eat sushi?" Something like that. Next thing you know, the bill comes. "Yeah, we gonna do 50-50. I said, "On my birthday?" Girl, I'm reconnecting with nature right now. Receiving all this energy. Girl, I said, "On my birthday?" Girl, I was shook. Little things like that. And to me, those things are important, and I told him to, but he didn't make it feel valued, He bought me a Stanley Cup for my birthday. Y'all, I'm not making this up. And at this moment last year, I felt stuck because my lease had ended and his roommate was gonna leave him to live alone. He was looking for someone to live together, and because I didn't know better, I said yes. I said, maybe if we live alone together, at some point things are gonna get better. So I felt stuck because my lease ended and his had 2 months left. So for 2 months, I was stuck at his place before we moved into a 1-bedroom apartment that we co-signed together. When I tell you guys, worst mistake of my whole life, do not ever sign an apartment with your boyfriend unless the ring is visible on your finger. I'm not even playing with you guys. I'm not even playing. And it's embarrassing because I've always been the type of person that's been like, "Oh, look at her, she did it. Now look at me." It's really quiet. It's really quiet. Just like this forest. Y'all, I saw Canada goose for the first time today. I never seen no Canada goose my whole life, and I've been living in Canada my whole life. Anyway, so back to this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get a sunburn. I'm chicken white, y'all. I'm chicken white. I felt stuck, and I kept trying to revive the dead spark, but it was dead for a reason, and the universe was trying to show me on and off again that this relationship was not worth my time. But I don't know what came into me. Love changes you, and love makes you crazy. I really thought I could change him and change us, and it's just really stupid because I met him, I was 20 years old. When we moved in together, we broke up. We broke up a week into moving in. And I'm gonna make a whole video on this. You guys are not prepared. A whole relationship haul. So, at the same time, I was overworked. I was working a 9 to 5 because I know Nepo baby. Unfortunately, I have to work. I have to clock in. And most of my friends were out of town, and I just didn't know what to do. Oh my god, lullaby. Libellule. La libellule was so close. She was like right here. You couldn't see her. She's so pretty. Oh, Dragonfly. Is that the name? Dragonfly? So pretty. I was bored. My friends were out of town, and I had friends in town, my best friends, but we weren't doing a lot. We were just wasting our summer away. It was a really sad summer. So anyway, let's open this letter. I want to see what I wrote. I'm really excited. This is a very special video This is why I came out of my apartment and came all the way here to a park. I wanted to make this very interesting. So I slid it into this pocket in my bag. And yeah, it says August 8th, sincerely yours, August 8th. And it says August 8th, 2025, because I wanted to open it a year from now. And how I found out was because I was scrolling through I got a notification on my phone, because obviously I'm on my phone 24/7, unfortunately. And a notification came and it was like, open the letter. Immediately I went, oh my god, I wrote this letter a year from now. And I'm so excited to read it to you. Alright, so it unfolds like so. And there's also stuff written here. A girl was crashing out, but let's read what I wrote. From what I can see, I think it was more of a manifestation letter, but let's see. I am grateful to have modeled for such a big brand in a country I had never set foot in before. I have never made so much money in my life and am immensely grateful receiving and saving this wealth, manifesting even more wealth for my bright future. When I think of my relationship status, I feel at peace, calm, happy, and free. See, I didn't feel like that before. I was manifesting that. I didn't feel at peace, I didn't feel at calm, and I didn't feel happy and free. I keep low negative energy, such as talking bad about someone I don't know, away from me. My skin is clear enough, and I have such bigger muscle mass. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The skin, yeah, skin is locked in. Okay, let's keep it going. Enough ego. I do not have to worry as much about spending my money. Oop. Okay, spill the beans. Spill the beans. Girl, I'm trying to do a video here. Thank you. I do not have to worry as much about spending my money as I am saving it and investing it in my retirement with it. In fact, I made so much more money I thought I would make. That's true. And I moved into an apartment studio for the first time ever in my dream neighborhood, Griffintown in Montreal. Get that. I've always wanted to live there. I mean, I wanted to live there 2 weeks ago, and I found it, and like, oh my god, and it's a price that is so good, unbeatable for the wealth and health that is in this neighborhood. I am so happy. My small starter brand just made its first ever sale. Yeah, about that, the brand is not in the room with us. I might do it in the future. I'm not gonna spill the beans on what I wanna do, but I always dreamed of having my own brand, but that dream is kind of slipping away. Oh my god! Do you see this bird? My mom loves birds. My mom loves birds so much. She'll actually watch bird documentaries, and I love birds because of that. It always reminds me of her. By the way, she's still alive. I'm not trying to be like it ain't given that. I love her so much, and we're going on a trip tonight. I'm so excited. Let's keep it going. Speaking of, my parents are healthy and are building wealth for their retirements. My teeth are amazing, and I am done dealing with the CRA. Yes, the CRA, the Canadian Revenue Agency, and I were going back and forth last week. It was annoying, but I'm done with that. I'm done with that for like 2 months, and yeah, my teeth are amazing. Since I had braces basically under my teeth, I had to get treatment, but it kind of tore apart, so we had to spend a lot of money on that. But now it's set, it's clear, things are looking up. So I'm done with that. I just sleep with an Invisalign, and it's basically chill. Alright, sorry about that. The camera was very white. Just like the skin. I have good grades because I make school easy and fun. And yeah, I'm in fashion design school, and I'm honestly rethinking switching to business school right now. I love fashion and I'll always love it. It's just that something kind of feels off right now because I just feel like I'm not gonna be able to live the lifestyle I want to live if I pursue fashion studies. Whereas if I pursue like, if I decide to study in business, I think I can open so many doors and I can learn a lot about money, and maybe I can start my own my own brand at some point. I keep myself humble, but recognize the amazing person and qualities I have. Oh, that's so sweet, me. Thank you, me. I do not. Oop. Yeah, we gonna end it. I do not steal anymore. Y'all, my hands used to be sticky like no other day when I moved to. I was broke, y'all. Not anymore. Now I got coins, I got good wealth, energy coming my way. I'm not trying to steal anymore. But yeah, we gonna keep this one. Alright, and this is my my note is done now. Girl. Y'all, do you see this beaver in the background? Look at it. Hello? Am I playing Animal Crossing right now in this wilderness? Are you joking? Anyway, if I want to dissect this leather a bit, I keep saying leather. Anyway, if I want to dissect this letter a bit, I just want to. I'm in the happiest place I've ever been. Besides being lost about whether I should stay in fashion school or switch to business. And that's the biggest dilemma I've ever had my whole life. But I think it's a blessing to have this dilemma now rather than, a few years down the line where I'm like in a job I'm unhappy with. Y'all, should we walk? I feel like walking. Ooh, that was a dragonfly. Y'all, I look like such an influencer right now. Maybe let's not walk. I'm meeting up with people that I like. I'm single again. I'm free. And everything is looking up, even if there are bad things happening, like me not being sure about my studies and stuff and degrees. And I might speak about this dilemma in another video because there's a lot to dissect. But I just want to write in my sailor book a little letter to myself for in 1 year. So yeah, let's see each other again on August 8th, 2026.